moved across the country. And so I knew no one. I was in Huntington Beach. I was from Baltimore, like no one. And what would happen, so one of the gifts of that was that once the week was over, so my Saturday sessions were done at like noon, my phone didn't ring. No, like in some ways, very sad, because like no one wanted to see Alex. You know what I mean? Like no one was inviting me out. But I was like, well, fuck, like I gotta make this work. And so I'd sit there and I'd be like, how do I sell memberships? How do I market? How do I, everything, you know? But that was how I got ahead.
I think this is so powerful. You know, when you are focused on your life and your goals and your family and you're, you know, in that zone, that's a precious zone. That is a precious, precious zone. What is different about my experience was that I did surround myself with the guys that I trained with, the people that fed me, put wind in my sails. And when there was downtime, because I had a strong, social, healthy network, I separated myself from my family and my friends growing up that I did drugs with and crimes with. And, you know, I was able to do that at a young enough age. Mr. Ostros came into my life and spoke to me and reached my heart, my mind, and it just resonated with me such a level that, you know, I wanted to work towards, you know, having a career, right? And then you find yourself, you know, separating yourself from your family, and then, you know, in martial arts, and then I was wrestling and all the things that I had done. It was a foundation so that as I pursued my ambitions, whatever they might be, I was always surrounded by people that helped me to pursue those goals. And if they were not helpful, then I didn't have time for them. You know, that was just a chapter in life, if you will. And if I saw that their life was going sideways, and it happens all the time, you know, I'm working with somebody and then I can see that, you know, they start off real strong and then they start to go sideways. Or people from your past, you know, come into your life and say, hey, I'm doing great, you know, I'm clean and sober, and you know, I got so many years sobriety and all that stuff. And then you realize that their focus, their work ethics, whatever it is, you can't synchronize, right? When you're in your boat and you're navigating the storms, and you're always paying attention to the cloud formation and the white caps, and you're navigating your life to get to a certain, you know, goal, right? They paddle from, you know, the Pacific Ocean on Monterey Peninsula over to Hawaii. There's this race that goes on. You know, you got to be paying attention to what you're doing, okay? You got to be physically healthy. You have to have a lot of nutritional food on that boat, and you have to synchronize with your teammate. It's just two people. I believe it's a two-man, competition. So anyway, that's what life is like, man. You know, and you don't have to explain yourself. I don't generally explain myself. I separate myself from people that are toxic. And it's not hard for me to do because I think I spent most of my life doing it. So I hope that speaks to your heart. You know, I know that that's the biggest challenge, and I would say that that's the biggest excuse for a lot of people not to be accountable. They ignore, they deny, they blame, and they're not accountable to themselves. And that's where trouble begins. That's where you find drama. Who's got time for drama, right? So I hope this resonates with you. Alex is, obviously, he's doing this solo, and you can do it too.